on Monday, I posted a video. It was my take on a podcast that I'd watched, and one of the interesting points was there is no consensus on what intelligence is in humans. So then to have this term artificial intelligence being thrown around so freely these days, like it's very popular, the podcast made you ask, what is everyone saying? So you know, when it's added to a phone, you know, this phone has artificial intelligence, or this computer has artificial intelligence. What does it mean? You know, as a music producer, I like to understand. So there's a DAW, a digital audio workstation, which is this here, Logic, and it has AI embedded within it. What is that? What is embedded in it? You know, what makes it artificial intelligence? You know, what's the difference between artificial intelligence and the spell check on my phone? So when I'm typing and it suggests words or it corrects the spellings, what's the difference between artificial intelligence and that? And yeah, and then, you know, as it relates to music, so with this DAW, this music creating piece of software with artificial intelligence baked in, how does that work? How does it take a prompt or a sentence or a description and then give you the essence of what you type? And it seems to be, at least in music and the large language models, like, you know, like the ChatGPTs, the ones you can just talk to and, you know, have a conversation with. It seems that it's fed a lot of human-like, I would say, interaction sentences, how to respond to this type of sentence, or how to respond to this kind of compliment or attitude or being rude. But, you know, moving that over to music, then that must mean that's also been trained with a whole bunch of human created music to even be able to give a human some music that is satisfactory. So I looked into it, and sure enough, this software has been trained on a huge amount of music created by humans. The question is it an intelligence? So when you speak to it, it can create around that area, you know, so like a human intelligence? Or is it more software, computer based, where it goes to the source and just extrapolates from that source, the actual source, and just changes it slightly and then spits that back out? It's an interesting question, man. It's an interesting question to know exactly what we're using with this artificial intelligence.